Okay, today was pretty crazy. Yesterday I said I didn't know which way the prices were going to move. I was looking for more downside, either pushes down or partial rises and then pushes down. And we kind of got this gap down, gap fill, and then the push down. It still feels like a downtrend, and I think that's true. Let's have a look at the charts. In SPY, you can see we have a green day. That's because the close was higher than the open, but the close was lower than yesterday's close, and I actually see a lower high and a lower low. So for me, this confirms more downsides coming. We did have a rise in volume today, and that is coming in above the 30-period average. This very well could be the bottom. This could be the bottom before the next big run. It really, really could be. And it's important to keep that in mind. I am still bearish until I see that reversal actually occur. There is still a gap to fill down here in the 360 to 370 range. And it's possible that the price moves down, fills that gap, and then bounces hard and fast on Friday, tomorrow. That is possible. So really what I'm looking for tomorrow is whether or not we're going to confirm a reversal. That's what I'm looking for, is reversal confirmation. I think we are just that close to it. We are that close to it. Or the price just continues to dump and 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 dump. I'm being optimistic when I'm saying that the bottom might be near. So tomorrow, what am I looking for? I'll get to that in a bit. IWM making a similar move. This candle has a little more body, but still higher or lower high and lower low as well. The RSI coming down. We're heading south below 50. Never a good thing. The volume was above the 30-period average, coming in at 30 million. Not too shabby. This also could be a bottom on IWM. It could. Now, these gaps down here, it might take 6 months to fill those gaps if the bottom is in today. So what's more likely, I think, is that we go in and fill those gaps. That's what I really think. You can see that while VIX has been red for 2 days in a row, that we have higher lows and higher highs. So that's kind of tricky, right? Uptrend. I see a downtrend in SPY and IWM and an uptrend in VIX. I think what we're going to get is we're going to get a continuation here, a spike higher in VIX, and we're going to see some bottom hunting occurring. Really what I'm looking for is a double bottom, and I think that would be an Eve and then an Atom double bottom. So that means I'm very specifically looking for a hard and fast drop, and then boom, big bounce. And hopefully that starts the everything rally. Hopefully. AMC having a weird day today. You can see that the candle on the 27th had a really high range, and we haven't been able to break out of it yet. We do have kind of like a matching high and a matching low from today and yesterday. That's really interesting. I have Volkowski's website pulled up, thepatternsight.com above me, and I have his page pulled up on tweezers bottoms. It might be tempting to say, hey, double bottom, but that's really not what it is. When you're using Volkowski's chart pattern analysis, you need to follow the ID guidelines, and that includes for time frames and all sorts of things. Smaller patterns are far less reliable than larger ones. That's just how it works. So on the intraday charts, I'm not very interested in calling, hey, double bottom or broadening top. Like, yes, it does occur, but I feel that unless an Elliott wave analysis backs that pattern up, that it could just be a false ID, or the price could just move in some other direction and break the pattern. So I'm not super interested in small intraday patterns. If I do find small patterns, I think it's best to analyze them as candlesticks. And it's important to remember too that these candlestick patterns confirm once the price closes above or below the candlestick pattern. So you have to wait. You gotta wait a day or two. So let's talk about this. Tweezer bottoms. So he says that it's supposed to act as bullish reversal because price stops at the same low twice. And that might make you say double bottom, but hold on. He says testing reveals that price just continues lower. The overall performance is about mid-list. So the trend after the breakout is not exciting. Okay? And, you know, that makes sense. I think what's going on here is that AMC is not coming back down to this 970 low that it set. Wow. How long ago was it? Jeez. I called this the bottom. I said 970. I said looking for sub 10 in 4 days back here. Like, go back and watch this video from what day was it? Was it May 8th? May 4th? I'll have to find it. But I called this bottom. I said this is the bottom, I believe. And I have flipped bearish since then, thinking that we'll return to that level, but it's not looking like it. It's really not. If IWM and SPY both drop to fill these gaps and VIX spikes, AMC may find some more downside, but look how much further AMC has to go relatively to get down to its low. It's very far. So what I'm really expecting is for AMC to start retracing this move from this low near 1150 with a high near 1460, and maybe I should just drop a quick and dirty fib retrace level down here so we can get an idea of what's going on. And maybe I need to blow this up a little bit. I should be doing this on the intraday chart, but yeah, you can see that the price came, right around to that 61.8% level and reversed a couple days ago. And now we're trying to fight to get above 38.2. So this has me thinking that maybe tomorrow, actually, AMC might be red, small and red, and fit within the range of these two trading days. And that would give us a Shark 3-2 or something like that. It's a candlestick pattern. I'll look at it later. But yeah, red on AMC, but within the range of these two candles. And then dumps in IWM and SPY to come fill the gap, but with bounces and a spike in VIX. That's what I'm looking for very specifically tomorrow. And if that happens to the T, then I'm saying we've probably found the bottom and we're heading much, much higher after that. But that's all optimistic and really speculative. Right now, I think what we're seeing is just downward continuation. Now, I did give a very few specific price levels for SPY and IWM, and I based those off of the first motive wave in this rally run form, and I said that SPY needs to close below 376, and IWM needs to close below 170. So IWM made the bearish close. SPY did not. Very interesting. Very interesting. I think we are I think we are finding the bottom. I think the bottom is coming in right now, and tomorrow may be it. So what am I at? 6 minutes? Okay, let's take a second and go into some intraday charts. Here's IWM. This was crazy. Gap, dump, and then boom! This was a huge push. It drove me nuts. Just kept going and going and going and going and going and going and going. And then it finally peaked and gosh. But then it found support on the uptrend and came back up. And I said, oh my goodness. And then it just fell apart. And we have this double top through here. And yeah, it is an intraday chart pattern, right, to say double top. But the Elliott waveform analysis supports this, as we had an overextension here on a fifth wave. And then we found this broadening pattern or this consolidation pattern as a corrective phase, and then the price pushed down lower. There are a couple of trend lines here that are really important. One is a downtrend from the last intermediate high, and this is an uptrend from the last low. And so you can see the price came up. Well, first we broke out below, came up, tested the trend, and then we're now closing down below it. So setting a new low is actually going to confirm a reversal from that uptrend. So remember, it's optimistic when I'm saying that tomorrow we might find the bottom tomorrow. We might. I hope we do. There's no guarantee of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at SPY. The reason why I'm hopeful that we find the bottom is because I really do think SPY could, or the SPX, the Standard & Poor's 500 could fall to 1500. We could lose half the value in the equities markets. That's very real, and I'd rather not see that happen. I'd rather just see us bottom now and then push higher and then come back down, and maybe in the long term we come back this low, but it'd be nice to turn around for a while, right? SPY doing the same kind of thing as IWM, but not nearly as strong or pronounced. I think that this chart looks a little less bearish than IWM, to be honest. And you can see that we have this broadening ascending wedge, and the price broke out below, came back up, tested it again, trying to form a pullback into the pattern, failed, was rejected, and we're starting to push lower now. And the target for the breakout of this pattern is this low back here at 362. So just keep in mind, I'm thinking that Friday we come down and we find whatever low we're going to find, and then we come back up. I do have a candlestick pattern with a 350 target. It's possible we never reach that before reversing and moving higher. Going into, let's go GameStop. Okay, so let's have a look here. I was thinking that wave 3 of this motive wave down needed to come a little further, and it did. So that's helpful for me. I think that I can safely call this the bottom of 3. Let's have a look. So I started up here, and this is the triple top I think we're breaking out of. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sub-minuet waves, and then we have a right angle to broadening ascending formation, which is going to form a minuet wave 2. And minuet wave 2 appears to have started wave 3 with a sub-minuet wave 1, 2, and maybe this is 3 of 3, 4 of 3, and this could be 5 of 3. And that would mean we're looking for wave 4, a corrective wave in a downtrend. So maybe from here, what we see in GameStop is actually a move higher. That makes sense. Yeah, so check this out. This is a good example. I think we might have this really small roof bottom form in GameStop tomorrow. All right, and it would fit in within here. And then if on Monday next week we start rallying, the markets turn around, look how close that downtrend is. That's so close. And if GameStop can push above that downtrend as the markets rally because we form a double bottom, that would be incredible. I'm getting really excited. I'm trying to temper my excitement because I really think that the end of the downside is coming soon. Very soon. Very, very soon. Okay, so that was IWM. We haven't done AMC yet on the intraday. And AMC is crazy right now. It's crazy. So I have this Elliott waveform started here. Let me just try to blow this up a little bit. I'm thinking that this is this really could be like, well, let's start here. This could be 1, and we could be retracing into 2, and wave 3, if we do get a bigger 3, I know, right? Like, so these would be minor waves. It might be minor wave 1, minor wave 2, and then minor wave 3 might come up and set a new high towards $16. Yeah. So I'm getting excited. It's like, oh my goodness, are the meme stocks about to take off again? And it's like, yeah, it's very possible. It's very possible. I'm starting to see the bottom form, and I think that we are almost done moving down. See, this is what's crazy about AMC is this was a nasty nosedive. And right here, I bought a $12 put. I think it was back here, a $12 put for next Friday. Because I still think that we have one more red day. So I'm hoping that I can make some money on that trade. The price did start to rebound off of that low and started a massive motor wave. And I just have these labeled as sub-minuets. 1, 2, and then 3 subdivided. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we had minuet wave 4, and then sub-minuet wave 1, 2, 3, 4 of 5, right? 5 then extended again higher. It was like a double extension on that 5th wave. It was nuts. And then we found this nice broadening top as a corrective phase. The price moved through that pattern, bounced off the bottom, found resistance at that 61.8% level at 1368, and then formed a partial rise closing lower, which makes me think we find some more downside tomorrow and we start moving lower, but we probably won't break this bottom. If we break this bottom on Friday, expect way more downside. If we close below that bottom, that's bearish as get out. It's possible too that Friday ends looking nasty. Friday ends leaving weekly charts looking like they're ready to go down, and then Monday morning we form like a pipe bottom. So again, I see the end in sight. It is close, I think. And if it's not the end, then there's like a whole lot further to fall. So stay tuned. Tomorrow I'll do another update, and it's getting really spicy. So I'm going to be launching my subscription for the channel, and that's going to include the totality of my analysis. These small daily updates are going to be the only analysis I offer without the subscription. If you do like the content, subscribe, like, comment, do whatever. I'm just vlogging. If this is helpful for you, if you're enjoying the community in my Discord, consider supporting my channel. This is a ton of effort. It really is. And I have a full-time job, so I've got to try to squeeze all this stuff in, and it really is a lot. So any sign of appreciation is in turn appreciated. All right, happy trading.